right, friends, Brian here from the Wilson Family Lights. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. So we had two announcements happen over the past 2 days. Yesterday's, I didn't get a chance to put up a post. I had a bunch of stuff going on here and just didn't happen. I apologize. So that announcement was the Sideshow of Decay. This is a scare zone that's set in the Hollywood area. Cool. And Cindy's time has come with Dr. Oddfellow's Dark Sorcery. She opened a portal into the carnival's junkyard, using it to resurrect decayed nightmares from the past that are back to haunt you. So it sounds like they're going to be doing some flashback stuff to maybe what happened with Oddfellow's original house. And maybe they'll bring in some stuff that's happened from some previous Halloween Horror Nights. I think that would be pretty marvelous, if you ask me. So the other one is a new show. It's going to happen at the Lagoon. And it's called the Stranger Things Return to Hawkins Lagoon Show. Stranger Things Return to Hawkins is a brand new nighttime lagoon show at Universal Orlando. Friends will be tuning into a special WSQK radio show, and it's going to be broadcast from Hawkins. It revives iconic moments, music, monsters, memories, and characters across the entire series in a spectacular event. So it sounds like this is going to be something that's going to cover all of the seasons. Unlike the house that they announced, which is going to be strictly for season 5 for the last season. So, fantastic. Now we have two scare zones, 2 shows that have been announced, along with the 8 houses. So in theory, there should be 2 more houses and at least 3 more scare zones if you've gone by what they've done in the past. Might even be more scare zones, we'll see. So we've got 1 scare zone that's announced for the front when you first walk in. And then they've just announced this one that's going to be over in the Hollywood section. Both sound killer. They've announced, which I think is going to be the best house of the whole event, which is going to be Hellraiser. And then I'm really looking forward to the Stranger Things house that they've announced as well. And then the other originals, they equally could be as cool. I've always said that their original content, I think in many ways, is better than their franchise-based. They have more control over what they can do with them is the main reason, I think. So as we talk about in every episode of The Dirt, this is the Wilson Family Lights, Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, The Dirt, our weekly series that we do about Halloween Horror Nights here in Orlando, and obviously we do updates as stuff comes out. One of the things that I've been talking about in every single episode is tickets. Tickets go on sale on a certain date and a certain time. Make sure you are at a computer or at the minimum on your phone at that time. Last year, the Frequent Fear, I think it's called, or the Frequent Fear, I think it is, where you get to go to every night with FastPass, sold out in 12 minutes. So they're not joking around. They're going to set a specific amount, and that's all they're going to sell. Then you can get other types, but if you're like me and my wife, we go to basically the opening day, and we try to go to the last day. And then we will do 5 or 6 in between based on weather and, what have you. That's a real big thing, obviously, down here is unpredictable weather. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else going on with, they've started to drop a smattering of merch. We've seen some stuff for Stranger Things. I was just reading that they're going to be dropping some other stuff that's going to be related to the houses in the 2 scare zones that they've announced. So that I'm looking forward to that. And my big merch thing I'm hoping this year is they come out with some cool socks. I think I got about 20 pair. In the last couple of years, they've been kind of weak. I'm hoping that they come out with some really killer socks, as I'm a sock guy. There's nothing fashionable about me other than my socks. People know me for my socks. I used to go to work and people would say, "Oh, what are you wearing for socks today there, Wilson?" And I'd have to hoist them up and show them. So that's the big thing I'm looking for. So we have 2 more houses that are going to be announced. What do you hope it's going to be? Do you hope they're going to be franchise based? Maybe a Halloween? Maybe a Scream? Boy, I'd really be killer if they came out with a Salem's Lot one. But I don't think Stephen King allows the rights to be used at this. I know he did The Shining, but I don't know exactly how that worked. But a Salem's Lot one, that would be cool. Well, like I said, The Thing, The Fog, John Carpenter's The Fog, that would be absolutely amazing. Well, maybe they'll come out with something like Magic. If you've never seen the movie Magic, Anthony Hopkins is in it. He plays a ventriloquist who's losing his mind. Oh my God, it's so creepy. It's one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. So if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, check it out. So, and then we've got 2 or 3 or possibly 4 more scare zones they're going to announce. What do you hope that's going to be? I'm hoping for a Killer Clowns from Outer Space as well, a house or a scare zone. Be wishful thinking to think I'd get both. I'd be happy with one. It's one of my favorite B horror films. When I first saw it, I'm like, bleh. When I've watched it years later on DVD, I'm like, oh, this is really great. So there's another recommendation for you. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Really good movie, actually. Goofy, campy, really good. Highly recommend it. All right, so Brian here from the Wilson Family Lights. This has been another edition of our Halloween Horror Nights, The Dirt. We've announced a new show over at the Lagoon and a new scare zone. We're up to 8 houses and now 2 scare zones and 2 shows. So we're rolling right along. I'm imagining we're going to hear about the next 2 houses over the next week or so, and maybe the rest of the scare zones within the next couple weeks. We'll have to see. So we appreciate you checking out our stuff. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. If you could find us, comment, and like, that would be absolutely fabulous. If you really like what's going on here, think I'm a giant goofball who drinks way too much coffee, by all means, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as it really is going to help us grow and provide some more information about Halloween Horror Nights and building your own really cool Halloween and Christmas light display. And we talk about other things on the channel. So, all right, my friends, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you in the fog.